Necromunda Hired Gun. Is it worth a buy? Is it? Let's read the words of the words. Become a hired gun. The money's good, the dog's loyal, and the guns are reliable. Embark on a fast-paced, violent and thrilling first-person shooter set in the darkest reaches of Warhammer 40,000's most infamous Hive City. Yes guys, I'm back where I belong, stuck in a little dark, hot, hovelly room in a house owned by a French person. There's nothing wrong with that, Mac. Stifling heat, playing games that's a fucking pile of shite. And this game, guys, is one of those games. Yeah. It's a first-person shooter, and I love my first-person shooters, I really do. And do you know something, guys? This game kind of reminded me a little bit of Stuff 2. The name will come in a minute. When you get as old as me, you'll forget shit as well. What's it called? There's shotguns in it. Oh, what's it called? Mac, a professional game reviewer now would go and look it up, cut all this out, and then dub it in and make them sound knowledgeable. It's a bit like Rage 2, guys, only nowhere near as good. Rage 2 is a really good game. This just isn't, unfortunately. It ran okay for me, a couple of frame drops now and then. There's half-decent graphical options to change. You can rebind all your keys. I didn't have any problems at all with key bindings. The problem isn't that. The problem with the game is it's just not very good. You've got a pretty poor story. You play as a mercenary who doesn't really give a shit about anything. And the people that you interact with at your base, if you like, or well, it's not your base, it's just where you hang out, are pretty awful people, to be honest. I don't mean evil, nasty people, although some of them are. They're just not very good characters, very forgettable. And to make it worse, the actual dialogue is garbage. The voice, the sound mixing is terrible. As you'll hear, here I'll play you a little clip. It's just, have a listen.
Perhaps, but I never heard of greed to match a gilder's, Virax. And why you and your brother?
Then listen well, but not a word of this to another, Jericho. Do we have an agreement?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very well, let me begin. About a year ago, a lot of desirable merchandise began to appear. There were rumors of a lost dome having been reached, and there was a steady stream of prospectors through here. Much was found that was of value, surprising value. Why, to look at you and those bionics of yours, right?
So I wasn't invested in the characters at all, the story, so that just leaves the actual gameplay. Now the gameplay on paper sounds fantastic. You've got you're kind of like a cyborg. Obviously I shouldn't have said cyborg because all the 40k people will probably now be lighting torches and sharpening their knives because that's probably a bad thing to say. There's probably a proper name for them. I don't know, I don't care, to be honest with you. In my eyes, you're a cyborg, and that means you are augmented with lots and lots of stuff to make you superhuman, so to speak. And you can alter these as you go through the game, as long as you've got the currency to pay the mad doc. No, I'm not talking about So yeah, you can augment yourself, you can make yourself stronger, you can make yourself hit harder in melee combat, you can alter your brain to have different implants put in that give you all kinds of weird powers, stuns, slowing down time, all of this kind of super stuff, which all sounds great, guys. It really does. Double jumping and slow motion, who doesn't love that? You've then got your weapons, and you can again upgrade your weapons, providing you've got the money and providing you've unlocked the things and found the stuff. You find chests and that out in the world that you can loot stuff from, better weapons. If you don't have the better weapons, you can buy them from the shop. But essentially, you can change everything, and you also get a dog. My dog's called XXX. Do you know why it's called XXX? I'll give you a clue why my dog's called XXX.
But the fuck X-ray vision.
X-ray vision. XXX. I said that's not fun. Bob, you need X-ray.
Bob, I only want an X-ray vision.
X-ray vision. XXX. I said that's not fun. Not very good.
X-ray.
It's not a good game. That's right, when you summon the dog, X-ray vision, guys. Honestly, f*** off, please. Honestly, every developer from now on that puts X-ray vision in a game, I'm gonna do nothing. Because I can't think of anything good to do. But if I could, I'd f***ing do it, alright? Stop it. But the problem, guys, with this game is when you put all this together, it's crap. It's boring. For example, the combat. The enemy AI is trash. They just come running at you, it doesn't matter what. And they see you instantly and know exactly where you are all the time, even if they didn't even see you go to where you are. They just know. It's just like the game says, he is there. Okay, so no tactics. No, because he is there. And we know he is there because the enemy has spawned. Once they see you, he is there. And guys, the worst thing is if the enemy don't have a shield, you can tell that when you shoot them. You can see this like shimmer as you shoot them. They've got a shield on. A few blasts from your upgraded gun will knock the shield off instantly, pretty much. And once they're unshielded, guys, get this, you can just press the use key on them. Just, excuse me, can I just press the use key on you? Oh yeah, what does that do? Well, it'll probably do a big animation that lasts 2 seconds, and I'll be totally invulnerable during this animation, of course. And then I'm going to kill you by one of 4 or 5 different methods. And so you do that, and then his mate's standing there behind him. Oh, will you use the use key on me? Absolutely. Come here, son. There you go. Use on you. Oh, you're dead. Oh, you want the use key as well. And you. Oh, Howard, I've got a use key for you. Would you like to come here and use key for you, sir? Oh, a big guy with a hammer leaping hundreds of feet going, rah! Oh, you've got a shield. I'll just get rid of that. Use key for you, sir. Oh, you've got a twin. Here's a use key for you, sir. It's just use key for you, sir. Garbage. I'm sorry, but do you know what? I'm not into these kind of one-hit animation kills. Doom brought it in, but at least in Doom's defense, you had to pretty much annihilate the enemy before they even became susceptible to the press button to use. In this, you can have totally fit, healthy people just use them to death, guys. And to add insult to injury on top of that, nearly every level the enemies just keep respawning. Some of them just respawn in front of your face. It's just respawn. Okay, you've got to go over there and you've got to protect that. And the enemies are just going to keep respawning. Oh, you just killed them all. Yeah, they've respawned. Mac, watch it. There's an enemy behind you. No, there can't be, because behind me is a solid wall. There is nothing behind me. I've killed everything that's behind me. Yeah, they respawned. They just spawn behind you. It just ruins any immersion because you know that you can't have an enemy behind you. You absolutely know it's impossible for an enemy to be behind you because you've cleared that section and there's no other way in or out. There's an enemy behind you. I can't play these kind of games, guys. They're just not for me. So there you go. Not worth a buy. And at the price, hell no. It should be way, way better than this, guys. Way, way better. Damn.